Hi, I'm Kim Trotto, and I'm going to share with you a clever walk. And this is about keeping our brains and our bodies engaged. And it's simple and fun, and it goes by really fast. And we're saving time, and hopefully we're getting a synergistic effect where we have 1 + 1 actually equals 3, and we're getting a fuller effect so that we can stay engaged for the long game of life. So come along with me on this clever walk. Okay, here we are. We're gonna start off by walking, and we're just marching in place. And you can always just come back to walking whenever you want to. You could even just walk the whole entire time. I like to show different moves so we can use other muscles that we don't usually use when we're walking. But you can always just come back to walking if that fits for you. Okay, we're gonna get started with our walking memory booster. And with this, I'll show you this image. And what we want you to do is pick 3 details to try to remember. And I'll show you the image again at the end. And hopefully you'll still remember those 3. If you did this before and you could remember more than 3, then you can try for 4 if you think you can. Or if you feel like maybe I should start with 1 detail and then later I'll try for 2, you can do that in another video. So do whatever works for you. Okay. All right. You'll probably notice me looking at my notes over to the side, and that's because I can't memorize all this stuff. So I will look at them, and because I want to make sure I'm doing the best for these videos. Okay, so now we're going to move to side. So that's where we are just moving side to side like this, and you can get lower. So that increases the effect a little bit because it requires a little more effort. But if you'd rather stay up high, that's fine. You're still using different muscles, or again, you can just keep walking. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna memorize a silly sentence. Okay? The banana got out of bed and put on a pair of slippers. So I want you to memorize that. I'll say it again. The banana got out of bed and put on a pair of slippers. Okay, we'll come back to it. Now I want you to create your own silly sentence. So think of something in your own, using your own brain, getting those synapses and dendrites all firing. And then I would love it if later you share your silly sentence that you created in the comments so we can all see them together. We can all giggle. Giggling is good for us, and it's fun. Okay, so now, do you remember that silly sentence that I told you? Give you a moment, see if you can remember. Call that thinking time. I'm a teacher. Okay, so the silly sentence was, the banana got out of bed and put on a pair of slippers. Okay, our next thing that we're going to go on to is hamstring curls. So you're just curling the hamstrings behind you, and you can do your biceps like this. And once we get that down, we'll add in the brain part. Our brain activity here is a word sort. So I'm going to I'm not going to yell now. I'm going to say words. And then I want you to classify them, sorting them by color. Okay? All right, here we go. Leaves, daffodils, butterscotch candies, grass, leprechaun gear, the sun, caution signs, mint, lemons, money, okay, so a couple of those could have had different answers, but my categories there were like green and yellow things, but they can have different answers, right? Like leaves, depending on what time of the year it is, they could be different colors. They could be yellow too, or orange or red. You don't get that in Florida where I am. They're mostly green. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do the grapevine. So we'll get this down. And the way you do the grapevine is you cross back. So I'm better at showing than telling. So you're crossing behind you, and your arms are moving like this. Okay, so now this one is some 1950s slang words scrambled up. So I'll have them on the screen and see if you can figure out the slang terms. Okay, the first one is no sweat. Next is having a blast. I still hear that today. And this one, cool cat. Okay, did you get all three? If you did, that's awesome. If you didn't and you tried, that's awesome too. Okay. All right, now we're gonna do side taps. So we're standing in one place, but then we just tap out to the side. I usually do my arms like this. And now we're going to do some analogies. Okay. Finger is to hand as toe is to foot. Girl is to woman as boy is to man. Detroit is to Michigan as Miami is to Florida. Another type of analogy. And this one is more creative. So the other analogies had like a single answer, and this is more creative. You can make it to be whatever you want it to be. Fixing my computer is like okay, so whatever you came up with, share it with us in the comments. We'll see what you came up with. Okay, now we're going to be walking up and back, so we'll just go up, forward, and back. Up for 3, back for 3. Okay, and this is for FFOE, and which is a creativity framework, and we're going to work on fluency, where you're trying to get as many things as possible. And you can use your fingers to count how many you come up with. as you name them all. Okay, as many as possible, and I'm going to give you about a minute. Okay, come up with as many as possible foods that you ate in your youth. Either you loved them or hate them or somewhere in between. Either way, here's 1 minute. Okay, how many did you get? You can share in the comments how many you got, and you can also tell some of the things that you loved or that you hated that you used to eat in your youth. And because I do think it does change things. Food kind of evolves with their trends. So yeah, share what you came up with, and it's good. I designed this part to access the memory in your brain. So, and I'm not a neuroscientist, I am a teacher, and I've always been fascinated by the brain and how it works and how we can get it to work more efficiently and effectively. And so, yeah, I wish I was a neuroscientist, but I am not. But my ideas are to help keep your brain sharp. Okay. All right, now we're going to do step backs. So just if you're standing in one place, then you're just going to move your foot backwards like this. So it's just a little different than you would normally have. Okay. So now I want you to access that memory booster. Think about that image that you looked at in the beginning. Can you remember your 3 details? Or however many you were trying to remember? Okay, tell us in the comments. Share your personal experience, because if you want to, we'd like to see. I'd like to see. Okay, now we're going to slow it down, and we're probably just going to stop walking and maybe just breathe in. And then maybe move our arms in this backward circle. Okay, I'm going to show this image to you. And I chose this image to use at the end here to just have a quick focus on it. So focus your brain. You can still be stretching and breathing. I chose this image because of its quietness. It looks so quiet to me, and it looks cool and clean and fresh, and it definitely looks cool to me. So in Florida, I like to see this cooler weather, but I know some people, I hope it's not a cold trigger for some people, because I know some people don't like it. It's easy for me to say I like it when I don't live with it and have to drive in it. Okay, we're at the end, and you did it. You did another walk to help focus your brain and help keep your brain and body active. And give yourself high fives. And remember, do all the things, subscribe and like it, share it on social media. If you're on Facebook, share it there, share it wherever you are. And then come back and do another walk tomorrow or later today. Bye. Thank you.